All right. Good morning, Jordan. It is so nice to talk with you and get to know you a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and kind of set the tone here. Since we've been chatting, you have about 3.5 years experience in HR. I can't wait to hear you tell us all about that. You are currently working for a company in Miami, and so you're remote. You shared with me that you are ideally looking for in office. It just fits your personality. And that your company is aware that you prefer this, but obviously they're in Miami, and so they can't make that work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you do at your current company and your HR functions, please?
So daily, the company first started, it was me and my boss, and it's grown. There's 8 other ladies on the team now. We're all kind of spread out. I have 8 clients that I handle with a girl under me because I started onboarding first. Then as we grew, somebody else, the lady under me, does the onboarding. I handle terminations, tracking trainings, auditing files for when the state comes in because it's for substance abuse facilities. So the files have to be on point or they lose their license and we lose the client. So we're a team of 2. My daily, she starts a half hour before me, goes through some of the emails that she can answer, throws into my folder what my job scope is. And then if I can't, it goes to my director. Usually I can handle almost everything without having to bother her. We have the 8 clients I have, some are in Florida, 1 in California, 1 in New Jersey, and then Massachusetts. So it's a wide range of learning the state regulations, all of that. So every morning I go through emails for each client, set up my project hours. Like I have 2 hours, do my projects, recheck emails after lunch, then more projects, and then set myself up the last hour for the next day. Anything that might need to get done first thing. Projects consist of my weekly and monthly checklist, which would be going through trainings. Like let's say Mondays, I go through 2 clients' trainings, audit their charts, send to supervisors who's still not enrolled, who's due coming up for their annual CEUs, any annual reviews, and their job specific competencies that they need in their file every year. Making sure all of those are, hey, we need these in by the end of the week. Following up with that, any workers' comp issues that I have to call and make claims. What else? There's a lot.
So you're
Unemployment
basically
claims.
an HR generalist specialist.
Yes.
For a multitude of clients.
Yes.
Okay. So in doing all of that, talent acquisition, like the full scope of onboarding. Okay.
Yes, like sending the offer letter, job description, setting up their email, collecting like the diploma, sending for the background check and UAs, like all of that, and making sure we pull their PSVs for nurses and everything.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Those have to be pulled prior to start date, or you can get dinged on your audit.
Gotcha. Okay. And then we already talked a little bit about the employee relations. So do you find it challenging to do all of that remote and not have like that human touch for HR?
I was able to do it, but I do miss the in-person. You go out of your office, you're able to interact with everybody and kind of have that camaraderie. That's the part I really miss. But I spoke with supervisors from each location every other day to check in, like, because I also ran payroll for 3 of them.
Okay. And you were tracking like PTO and timeout and all that good stuff.
And changing policies in the systems, everything. So Paychex generally is where I did my payroll, but we also use Paylocity for the other clients. So working in that system as well. But payroll I ran was through Paychex and changing the policies, setting it to change on their anniversary dates, like all of that.
Okay. And then something that was pretty interesting. I mean, I feel it goes without saying, you are an HR professional. You have lots of HR experience. You have your degree. So you have your master's degree?
Yes.
Extremely impressed. Tell me about that.
Thank you. It's in career and workforce education. So when I was teaching, I love teaching as well, but there's not really, for Volusia County, there's not a lot of growth to move up. So I wanted something different. So I looked into HR. It worked out great. I've learned so much and I feel like I can take those skills. But getting my master's, I wanted to like be a director. Like I love coaching and training. So that's why HR works too, because you're helping employees. But there's no growth for Volusia County school systems to move up like that.
Gotcha. So you were at Deltona, you were culinary instructor. Okay. I love that. My husband went to culinary school years ago.
Really? I love it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Do you enjoy cooking on your time off?
Yes.
So you mentioned, growth for your next position. So what are you thinking, like your 5-year plan? Like, let's say you got the job that we were talking about. What does that look like in the next 5 years?
It depends on the company's growth and where that's headed. It depends. So if they open up a secondary office, do they need somebody that's all HR over there or somebody to train specific HR employees to get them ready to be in the office, like direct them? It all depends on how the position goes, I guess.
Sure. Now
I like to stay and grow.
At this point in time, the job that you're interviewing for is one office. So obviously you never know what's going to happen in the future with things, but it is a one office, and it's not a huge HR team. As I mentioned before, the COO of the company has been handling this, so this is a newly created position. But as far as like levels of growth, it's not going to be like a corporate office where you start here and you move here and here and here. Now, there obviously are always growth opportunities for responsibilities.
Okay, good.
So when we talk about growth, you start off doing, certain things. And then as you start proving yourself, the position starts to grow. So is that something that you are interested in at this point in time?
Yes, as long as it's not stagnant, staying like I love learning new tasks and being able to grow and learn new things as well.
Okay. And you're local. You live here in Volusia County in Deltona, so you're a quick commute.
Yes, I-4.
What do you do to keep your human resources skills fresh? Like, how do you keep up to date on policies, procedures, different laws? I know you mentioned that you have lots of different states that you're working with. What's your go-to? Like, where do you go to find out what's law?
So usually like it depends on the situation. If like an employee's having an issue or a supervisor when it comes to like terminations, like I go through and research like the state regulations, labor laws, just to make sure, because some states are different. So you got to make sure you're on point before you give any advice. I'll talk with my boss first as well to make sure we're on the same page. If it's, hey, I have this response, I researched it, here's the info, good to send out just in case so she has eyes on it. When it comes to any regulations or like, let's say the CEUs, the state yearly trainings, those usually come to my boss from someone else that works with even more companies and gets us the clients. She'll let us know like, hey, this law passed. These are the new regs. Which one is in, I want to say New Jersey just passed a new one, but I only have one client in New Jersey. So she's working with the other team right now on that because they have 5 in New Jersey. But she lets us know, she researches it to make sure we have everything. And then we all meet, add to the CEU system, all of that, and just update supervisors as well and employees. Hey, we have a new training that needs to be done in the system. It's required. Please go in and double check your profile. We use Bayside for CEUs, that type of thing. And then follow-ups with that after. Okay. But a lot of research.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of SHRM?
Yes.
Yeah. SHRM's a great resource. I use that. We have a local chapter actually here in Volusia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A great place to get updates and such. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause this part of the interview. Don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to talk about.